Hello, people of the internet. We're back. This is a mini episode in between 6 and 7. And mainly because everybody was sending me messages about Tom's media charades. And I found all the moments where Tom reveals himself. And if you stay to the end, I'm gonna connect a dot between William and Tom. Something you might have forgot, but I showed you. But now we have confirmation that it happened. So let's go. First, we're going to check out Joe Rogan. We're going to go through clips every time Tom mentions something really fucked up.
I know.
I saw on Facebook.
They're killing newborn babies.
By the way, I think they are eating cats.
Yeah.
I think some people are eating cats.
Sure.
I think you get a bunch of poor people that are from an island where they occasionally eat cats.
Yeah.
And you throw them in a city where there's 50,000 people. You throw 20,000 people in there, and there's ducks at the pond. I'm
Yeah.
going to go get a duck if I'm hungry.
Well, my fucking son took one out of there, so I mean, he grabbed it by the neck. So yeah, I would not believe a
Yeah, dude. If I was
You know, I'm a little bit where, I'm investigating Tom. But Tom's son sounds like a psychopath. Like, what is up with him talking about his son cutting heads off? Now he's grabbing, the first sign of a serial killer as a child is killing pets. I don't know. This one, I put this one in there because it was, it's just a little crazy that your son's a psychopath. Anyways, let's go to the next one here. Let me just cut him down.
I get a lot of super interesting science stuff all day, and people
try to
send me super
do
interesting stuff.
productive stuff. I
Yeah,
try
but
to
not
like
you and me.
you and me have a bad thing going.
We have a bad thing. You and me,
Very
our
bad.
text, which is what I was going to get to. Our text.
You said they have a bad thing going on. You remember I was making that connection between Joe and Tom? Are they sending their killings to each other? Because they don't let anybody else in this. What is going on? If only we could see this message chain. I think we could get a little more clearer, allegedly, on what these guys are doing.
Message chain is the fucking worst thing on the internet.
It's so dark. People go, hey, because they hear about it, and they go, include me. And I go, you mean to ruin your fucking life? You want
First
your
of
whole
all-
algorithm to be just the darkest?
Yeah, this is mine and Tommy's thing. But the darkest things we find. And
My algorithm.
It's his and Tommy's thing. What is that thing, Joe? Is it messages? You said it's the darkest. It's the darkest. Why are you guys so dark? You know what I mean? Why is it so dark? Tell me, Joe. Reveal it to me. Come on. You know you guys want to let it out. It's tired. You know you're always slipping between men and killing. You're letting it slip. Just let it out finally.
Rhythm is a confusing,
oh yeah, it's a mess.
like it's confusing. It's dark, semi-erotic, and it.
What do you mean darkness is erotic? So now we're learning that murder, death, and gore makes Tom Segura hard. Like a rock. Like a rock. Oh, like a rock. And that's the problem. Tom is turned on by violence. More violence, and Tom is turned on more. It's strange that he's just revealing all these things.
It's just the most peculiar. Like, there's also I just can't help with all the censorship that has become. It's so prevalent. It's one of the
Right.
big topics of the last 5 years. I still don't understand why I get to watch murders
all day
on-
long.
I mean,
All day long.
I get to see on my Instagram executions, a lot of Russian car accidents and manufacturing mishaps, like people getting electrocuted, hit by trains.
Yep.
And straight up just gun to the head, just
Yeah.
like hitmen.
Yeah.
I've seen on closed circuit TV where you're like, this is cool, but like.
Say what now? Say what? What's cool, Tom? Murder? Watching murder is cool. We've heard Tom now say that he likes watching murder so many times. He said yesterday, remember this because I'm going to draw this connection. He said to William Montgomery he would watch William kill. So is there just like a big group of these rich people and they're luring in comics, and the only comics that get killed from the called back from the bucket are the comics that kill? I don't know. I just didn't know it was cool, Tom.
like, I don't know, a girl's tit isn't,
Right.
and somebody.
You said a girl's tit isn't cool. Is he appealing to Joe's erotic man nature? Is he saying, "Hey Joe, I'm gonna throw in a little bone for you. Let's go get us somebody after this podcast"? I don't know.
Somebody leaving a comment that is like
You misgendered someone?
yeah, like the language is that person's account gets fucking banned, but I can see this guy get his head fucking blown off.
Right.
Why? It doesn't add up at all.
Well, that was why
They go on and talk a little bit about censorship, but I'm gonna skip forward here for you guys and bring you to the next point.
Yeah, if you saw my feed, if I was like being arrested for being a serial killer, and they had to look at his social media, like, look at his algorithm.
Oh yeah.
Are they just leaving tracks? He's saying if he was a serial killer, all they'd have to do is look at his feed. Is that not bizarre? How much they're just doing it in plain. They don't care. They're so rich. You know how rich people don't care, and then that's usually their downfall is they just go out and do stuff in the wild. Are they leaving us crumbs?
Look at his algorithm.
Oh, Christina just all day. She's just like, you're such a sick person. She's like, look what you want. Look what you fill your head with.
I don't show my wife.
I also go to bed and I always put on biographies. Like it's either war, a serial killer, or it's a scripted show about a murder. It's the only thing that it engages that I find enticing and exciting to watch are like either real stories about horrible things or I like the suspense,
Right.
I like that genre, so I just am always watching it.
Well, it's always
So, hold on. Tom watches murder all day with Joe Rogan sending videos back and forth. The only thing Tom likes to watch is war or murder, which is crazy because that's just like death. So what is Tom doing here? This is crazy. We're getting to know Tom very intimately, and he just wants to think about death all day. Tom has all this money. He has this fame. He has everything he could want, right? Me, I'd just be traveling the world. If I had that money, I'd be traveling the world, helping people out, making cool films, and sitting on the beach. That's what I do. Tom, not satisfied, because the only thing, like he said, that stimulates him is death and murder.
always interesting, just psychologically, to see like what the fuck were they? Like you're watching something on Richard Ramirez or something like that. I was like, what was this guy like?
Oh yeah.
I just cannot watch those things at night. If I watch them in the day, I can tolerate them.
Yeah.
But at night, before I go to bed, it just gives me too much room for crazy thoughts.
Well, that's a
So now we know Joe allegedly doesn't like death at night. Okay.
apparently that's a healthier reaction than mine, because I watch it and I'm like night night, and I just fucking go to bed.
I don't.
So if we, Tom just sees death and this is crazy. So it's like Joe's keeping his homosexuality under wraps, and Tom is letting his murder out. So if the Rainy Street Killer has gay boys, Joe doesn't like murder at night. Tom falls asleep like a baby. Is Tom drugging the boys, bringing them to Joe? Joe's, oh yeah. And then Tom finishes him off. Who's dumping the bodies? Bert and Christina? This is getting wild. But let's keep going a little bit. See if he says anything else.
I can't watch things about war at night.
Yeah.
War freaks me out the most, because I'm always like, okay, before Pearl Harbor or before 9/11, like no one knew that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do we not know? How do we know that we're not in a situation right now where we're just before something really fucked up happens?
Oh,
and that gets me at night.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, and also the way that now, because I've watched docs on those very things recently, like the latest one, the latest Nazi one, because that's
Okay, they're going to talk about the drugging thing again. I think that's where I need to stop. Let's move on. Now we're laying a pattern. Tom sleeps like a baby to death. Strange. Sounds like a serial killer, allegedly.
What is the show?
So this is the show that I don't think I've ever shown you, but like 2 years ago, I had a break on my tour, and I had this kind of distorted sense of income because you're on tour, and you're like, I love features, but trying to pull a feature together is a huge undertaking.
Right.
But if you want to shoot like a short film, it's a lot easier to manage. So I go, I had all these things that I've written, 5 to 10 page short stories. And I hit up my friend Rami, and I was like, hey, we'd work together and stuff. He's the one that directed my my music video.
Fucking Steven Seagal
yeah,
one?
the Steven Seagal one. So I go, I got a break on tour. I'm willing to write a check to make a short film.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
Did Bert ever have a real hard problem with you stabbing him to death?
He's like, I don't know. That's just your humor. He's like, people ask me, and he said, I just told them that's Tom's humor. I guess that's what he finds funny.
Because I was like, if my friend did a video where he stabbed me to death, I might be like, how does he really feel about me? Like, what the fuck is going on? He just stabbed me to death on a video.
But he is right in that I do. I mean, if you see the series, you'll see that, like, oh, this is a warm feeling to you. Like I did. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, this is crazy, right? Because we've all talked about Bert. Hey, Bert, he wants to take Bert out. Bert. And Tom has already made this fantasy a reality. Let's look at it for ourselves here.
Hey, man, that was crazy. But I was kidding. You're my best friend, and I love you.
Watch me. Watch me.
Notice, no hesitation. Now what we're going to see now is his face. Let's see how he reacts after.
Watch me. Throw it back. Throw it back. Throw it back.
All the signs are there, guys. What are we doing? All the signs are there. This is wild. I can't believe we've been living this. Let's just go on to the next one. Let's finish this out. Look at him.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
Whoa, did you see him bite his lip? He was like, he bit his lip watching. Didn't you notice in the music video, he's just, no hesitation. Shh, it's going to be okay. Shit's wild, man.
He's so big in that video.
I know.
With the face swap.
There we go. They just talk about the CGI or whatever the fuck. Now, let's go on to Kill Tony. This episode was absolute horseshit. I actually turned it off, and then I was like, oh, I gotta find the serial killer. So I had to watch the rest of it and get to this part. And then I watched the rest of it, which was good, not because Kill Tony was good. This show is absolute dog shit. None of these people are funny. This guy was kind of funny. None of the people on this show were funny. It's just like, they're all pretending. But when Tom's around, it just gets brought up.
Boy Roman Schmidt.
Well, sometimes when I struggle to sleep at night, I'll sit on the balcony of my apartment and I'll shoot a gel blaster at the homeless walking by.
Have you ever thought that maybe they're onto you?
No, it started after them calling me that, so.
Yeah.
But
Everything's tied to the homeless with this guy. It's like,
Have you ever taken one down to the Rainy Street Bridge, perhaps?
Watch Tom's face. He has to adjust his face because he doesn't want emotion. You could see it. We play it back. You could see in his face. He goes, let's watch it again.
You ever taken one down to the Rainy Street Bridge, perhaps?
You see that? He has. He knows all about that, doesn't he? Allegedly.
I don't know yet. You guys gotta find out. Wait till. But that wasn't great.
Right.
Good riff by me. That was a good riff.
Yeah.
No, it's just, late at night, struggling to sleep. I'm close to it. They're walking by. they piss me off sometimes. So
How did they piss you off just walking by?
call me a faggot. That was.
Oh, they just, even
This
in
is
the dark.
gonna end poorly.
Yeah, I know. I've never said that word that much in my life. So. And now 2 million people are gonna see this, and my mom. So.
Oh, frick. And your priests back home in Wisconsin.
Yeah, this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt about it. So we've seen the light, we've seen the dark side of Roman. Well, what about that 22-year-old love life? Prove to us you're not a faggot. Tell us something.
I can't. I can't.
Okay.
I wish I could, but I just go out and do stand up every night. So I'm not even thinking ladies at this moment.
You don't do the apps or anything like that?
I do, but then I just go on there and I just start criticizing profiles and stuff. I'm not a good person.
What app are you on? What are you on? Plenty of faggots?
No, I'll download Hinge and be like, why do we pick this picture and stuff?
Have you been on a single date in Austin?
Yeah, I've been on a couple, and that was about
Where
it.
did you meet those girls at?
I was doing an open mic at Bar, and her friend told me she was cute, so I was like, guaranteed to get a number this time. So I went.
How did that work out? What did you do with that girl?
We went and got food a couple times. I guess this famous food place on the other side of the river by like the park or whatever, burger place. But no,
Was everybody hanging out at the Rainy Street Park?
nothing too special.
Did you land a kiss or anything like that on the back of her PT Cruiser?
No, the front of it. But no, not with her. I kissed some other chick, but that was
There you
yeah.
go. All right.
Who was
It's
that?
not that interesting. Yeah,
Who was the chick that you did kiss?
some
Random?
some blonde random girl. Yeah,
Nice. That's cool.
Where'd
It's
you meet,
pretty rad.
Where'd you meet her at?
On 6th Street. It was.
Just walking down the street.
Yeah, we made eye contact, and she just kept it. I was like, well, I guess she's interested. I'll try to get a number. And then same thing.
I fucking feel like we're looking at a future serial killer.
Yeah.
Takes one to know one, Tom. Takes one to know one. How do you have that spidey sense? Is this a common bond? Or look at how he smiles. Look at this smile right here. Ear to fucking ear, saying, hey, buddy, I see you. I see you. But look at where this goes.
I wish that was the first time someone told me that.
Well-
I really do.
Because it's a nice facade, and there's some real darkness in there.
No,
man.
It's a nice facade, but there's some real darkness in there. Are we projecting, Tom? I don't know. Are we projecting? It seems like you can't be around Tom without him talking about serial killers, murder, or death. I just, it's just sometimes if you talk about it long enough, you're probably going to do it. But let's see how he talks about this.
Everyone thinks I'm such an innocent person, and then I show them like my TikTok reels, and it's just people dying all the time.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
There it is.
There it is, Tom. We have just got a little death ring. And look at how much Tom is smiling. Look at how much Tom is smiling. He's like, we're bringing this one back, boys. In fact, he's coming on tour with me. He's coming on tour with me because I know this guy is down to kill, allegedly.
Yeah.
There it is, dude.
And the problem.
Look at him. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Shit's crazy.
It's not that it's them dying, it's me laughing.
This is the good stuff. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Like one time, I was watching Saving Private Ryan with my dad,
Yeah.
and I laughed at that.
At all the deaths.
The whole movie.
Yeah, the whole movie. It's a fucking real knee slapper, right?
I know. My dad paused.
When they storm Normandy and shit.
Well, what really got me is I don't know if anyone watches the background, but one guy lost his arm and then was just casually looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, like no one. And I was like, that's hilarious. And I was laughing a little too hard.
Just don't forget how fucking dark you really are, okay?
Yeah.
All this nice fucking Madison boy bullshit that you start with, let it go, because you are a sick, demented person.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to lean into. You're a dark individual.
Well, Tom, isn't that some nice advice from you, buddy, huh? Is that what you do? Lean into it?
Yeah.
It is great advice.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
I was going to smoke because the guy in the back is smoking a joint, you know, and it makes me, but I don't want to smoke this morning. Like I'm just, for the first time in a long time, I don't want to be high first thing in the morning. Strange.
Thank
There's
you.
two sides of this.
This kid's fucked up, man.
Well, the thing is, I know that, but everyone just looks at me like,
Let
he's
him-
approachable.
Yeah, no,
He's
sure.
like, homeless people keep calling me a faggot when I'm choking them unconscious.
Why is that funny? I'm starting to believe these rich guys are playing games with the people of Austin. It's their murder playground.
You got a big joke book last time you were on, correct?
Correct.
And there you go. Roman Schmidt, ladies and gentlemen.
This is crazy, right? Now, unfortunately, I have to play William Montgomery, this little cuck. I just can't stand him. I want to punch him right in the fucking face. That's my Tom Segura right there. That's it. I just want to punch him right in the face for being a mouthy little motherfucker. I don't, like, here's the thing. We're just going to go on a 20-second rant about William Montgomery before we go for it. I hate people that are assholes. And this guy just leans into the asshole. If you saw this, he made fun of fat people. He made fun of people in the crowd. And it's like, bro, look at you. You look like a child molester and you have an alcoholic pot belly and you have size A titties. How are you going to make fun of everybody? Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, here we go.
Okay. Well, I love it. And you fly. Do you fly first class?
No.
Do you have a preference in where you sit on a flight?
I like to sit at the very back of the plane because I want to watch everybody screaming and crying as the plane is getting crushed up forward. So if I'm at the very back, I'm going to have at least a second of just getting the absolute carnage unfolding in front of my fucking face. So I sit at the back.
William?
Did you see Tom going, yeah? He was nodding his head. Wait, let's just go back. Go back a little bit here.
Pretty nice, like a 45-inch.
Dude.
But yeah,
Do you have a preference?
everybody screaming.
Okay, watch Tom nod.
As the plane is getting crushed up forward. So if I'm at the very back, I'm going to have at least a second of just getting the absolute carnage unfolding in front
Watch.
of my fucking face.
Watch him.
So I sit at the back.
Watch Tom.
William?
Shaking his head. Did you see that? Yeah. I hear you, William. That's what Tom was doing.
I've absolutely done it again. The only way to end a show like this is with you.
No, it's not. This guy's absolute trash. But I wanted to bring you back to this video here, because I'm gonna close a point here. Like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna connect a dot. Are you ready? Here we go.
William, you've confessed to a few murders as of late on this show.
Remember this moment.
Have you been killing anybody lately?
Well, I was actually with Duncan in Fort Worth and Dallas this past weekend. I'm proud to say I only got one person the entire weekend. So normally I think I would have gotten...
Okay. He does this thing where if you take him on the road with you, he murders somebody because they can't track where he is. So it's his way of getting away with murder.
Let's go out together. Let's go do it.
Yeah, please, let's do it.
Well,
Just let me know. Let me know. I mean,
would-
when can we do it? Let's do this right. Let's figure it out right now.
okay.
Okay.
You want to come the first week in December?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So they scheduled something, right?
Only he can do it quite like that, calling Lizzo a straight up bitch.
Yeah, she is nasty, but she is losing weight, so I'm really happy for her. It's gonna add years to her life. Wow. Because the path she was on, I mean, that fucking nasty fat bitch, she was probably dying in, I don't know, 3 fucking years or something, but this will probably at least extend her life, I don't know, 15, 20, so.
Oh.
Be good. It seems like she's real successful right now, so. Tom, it's so nice to see you.
It's great to see you.
Listen up.
Tom actually took me out. It's the one time I had asked for so many years if I could open up for people, and Tom, you were the first kind soul to say yes to me. So I still thank you so much.
Absolutely, and it happened at a Kill Tony show.
For that. It happened. Yes, the only time on Kill Tony it worked.
Yeah,
Remember that video I just showed you? He offered him a date. Him and Tom fulfilled that date. I just can't believe this is all unfolding right in front of our eyes. This is so bizarre. I don't know what to say, guys. Is it possible that they're just saying this stuff all out in the open? So people, like, the best way to hide is right in front of you, right? In plain sight. Is this what they're doing? And then we're going to discover that there's this whole murder ring and they're all just killing. You know, like, I don't know. It's just strange because the police department is covering up for whatever's going on. But I guess we got to keep looking because we're not done yet. So until next time, where are the bodies, Tom?